keep it going. Players in Malcolm X box. Look in the sky, see the Malcolm X ring. Malcolm X files, it's a Malcolm X thing.
Oh my days! Okay, cool. So today we have the latest album from Lupe Fiasco. Now, admittedly, I'm not actually very well versed in Lupe's music. I've heard 3 albums. I've heard Food and Liquor, The Cool, and Tetsuo and Youth. I think that's how you pronounce it. Aside from those, I haven't heard Lupe's music. I am severely behind on Lupe Fiasco's discography. But all 3 projects that I have heard have been pretty different from one another, but I've enjoyed all of them, at least on some base level. But yeah, let's do it. Lupe Fiasco, Drill Music in Zion. Track 1 is The Lion's DEEN.
Drill music, pop that pill music, kill music. We can't break the spell of Geppetto. No one knows how lions in Zion became alley cats. Who traded their baseball bats for gas that's fat. Bulldozing the block, making the Red Sea choke on bones of drones sent by PPP loans to see how you spent the money.
On my mom's life, I have goosebumps already. Jesus.
Through altars, payphones, saxophones, bottles of liquor, glasses of water, the sum of a son and a daughter. He said one day grocery stores will be barren. Learn how to grow your own food and don't get caught staring
Fucking facts.
down the barrel of a gun. He said, my children, each of you are prophets. Don't let money be the sum of your deeds. Pull the weeds from your mind.
Don't let money be the sum of your deeds. Don't be defined by your material wealth and material possessions. Again, unfortunately, so much, it's one of the things I struggle with hip-hop because it's an art form I fucking love, but so much of hip-hop's status and status symbols are inherently rooted in material possessions.
Manifest the new world that Columbus thought he found. Band together to reverse the weather, to unite the seeds of the oppressed.
Socialism! That was genuinely amazing. I love the spoken word element. The musical accompaniment as well was dramatic. It felt grand. She'd packed so much. I don't know who that was. That was clearly not Lupe Fiasco himself. I don't know who that was, but her. It's very difficult and it's a hard line to toe when you provide commentary and don't want to sound preachy. It's very hard to do, and some people lean too hard one way and lean too hard the other way. The content of what she was saying had both emotional weight and informed commentaries about, I guess, society, or hip-hop and society as it exists today. And it kind of had like an apocalyptic image in my mind as well. I love that opener. Okay, I'm even more excited than I was before. Okay, so next song. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. This is GHOTI or GHOTI.
Tapping the blackest keys, capture catastrophes like a camera feed, fall like a canopies, fall like Michael Jackson.
Capture catastrophes like the camera feed. Again, it's so fucked up because as soon as you step out of this constant stream of fucking information, just that's never ending, you're like, I don't understand. Like, your first response to something horrific happening isn't the thing happening itself. It's what's the response going to be? How is this going to be viewed on social media? How is it going to be viewed on the news? It's so insidious because you don't realize it's happening in the moment. Do you know what I think I'm going to? I think I'm going to keep the lyrics up with me just in case, because I know how Lupe is.
Mistaken maidens for manatees. Neuralink is now pirating all your fantasies. Mistaken this sanitation for.
Neuralink is now pirating all of your fantasies.
Like Adam Eve happened at an Applebee's. Y'all can go half on a sample platter. You can have with cheese. Batter cover data with the addities. Track on the track, I ride on the freights like I'm shoestring. They say you can't escape when rich. It's just a bigger plate. They catching bait with fish.
Wait. It's just a bigger plate. They're catching bait with. Wait. What? But just the idea of catching bait with fish, it's strange because it's like, I guess I don't know, to me that sounds like, you know, when you have these ideas about I guess status and success that come from social media and, you know, influencers and celebrities and so on and so forth. And I guess like us, the normal everyday person, is the bait and they're the fish, but that's very interesting actually. I think, yeah, because the fish eat the bait, as in the rich exploit the poor. The idea of like the rich people in society effectively making propaganda out of capitalist ideas so that the people below them believe it with all their heart, and at times are blind to their own position in society. Next song is AUTOBOTO with Naira.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Ain't nothing so cool. This is sport. I get signals from the source. I can twist and I can talk. I just feel like
we're getting trapped, Lupe.
Error. Lies to the judge. Rain in the sky and the sea might rise with slice to the mud. Slice to the flies from all kinds of the mud. Reporting live from the hive and all sides of the sludge. One deep, meditate, one street, separate. High to the crips, goodbye to the bloods. Waves come and push and the titles are shove. What's an infrared dot to a whole .gov? Look right in the eyes of a thug. Look dumb street shit up. Apply to the plug. This is sport.
What the fuck was that verse? Okay, I'm not gonna. I just need to read this for a moment. How you gonna survive in the club? You gonna kayak it? Cause when it rise up above and the waves come in pushing, the titles are shoved. What's an infrared dot to a whole .gov? What's an infrared dot to a whole dot? I mean, that sounds. I guess that sounds like a. You know, like a. I guess a kind of critique on the ridiculous gun culture in America. What's an infrared dot to a whole? What's an infrared dot to a whole damn gov? You know, people are sold on this idea of, you know, the Second Amendment have the right to bear arms, or, you know, I mean, it actually says, you know, form a militia, whatever. And it's this illusion of like, if you have this power to wield a weapon, then you could defend yourself from any fucking great power. And it's an illusion from the powers that be, because it's like, we'll let you believe that you have some sort of, I guess, autonomy in the society, but realistically, the biggest threat to individuals is most likely the government. So if it gets to that point, there is no competition between the individual and the government. There isn't.
Error. I ain't wanna shots, headshots. Come off on my drip locks. I ain't wanna head watch no more. What you mean headshot? Nigga said headshots. Nigga like a helmet with a GoPro, but I mean go. Money from the shells and rights to the logo. Do you wanna
First, it's you know, there's so many things to listen to. This is why, you know, again, I'm pissed off with myself that I'm not as well versed in Lupe that I am, because every time I hear a Lupe song, I'm like, this nigga is fucking crazy. Like, the amount of things he's doing at the same time is ridiculous. Because one, the flow is so ridiculously like locked in and tight. Two, the rhyme schemes and rhyme patterns are ridiculous. But three, again, that's the difference between like a good technical rapper and someone who's a technical rapper who's also an amazing lyricist. If you combine the two, it's dangerous, because everything he's saying is coherent and makes perfect sense, and there's some really, really interesting commentary going on, but he's meshing that with technical proficiency that's on a different level as well. And that's the difference between like being an amazing songwriter and lyricist and rapper, and it just sounded like you're giving a TED talk. I'm not here for a TED talk. At the end of the day, I'm here for great music. Oh, that I didn't even notice that fucking beat as well. Ooh. Oh shit. Fucking hell. Okay, these first three songs have been fucking amazing. Okay, next song is Precious Things. Who is that?
Never bite the hands that feed, but when those same hands grab the gats and up the sleeves, up yours and go aways. Shoe gestures and throat slices, the motions made. Give me a sign when we can talk through a plan. All these things that we love, all these precious.
I mean, so far, what this album sounds like to me is like a pretty intriguing and damning indictment on violence as a concept, so like violence within his own community, violence in, I guess, the hip hop community, and violence as it like permeates throughout almost every aspect of society.
Who put the arms in arms? I put arms in palms. We was hand in hand, all state. Pinky speaker, thumb receiver. How we used to call, make all shakes.
Pinky speaker, pinky speaker, thumb receiver. That's how we used to call mates. Wait, what the fuck, man? Nah. Okay, so I was just reading that first bit again. Like, just the appendages metaphors are ridiculous. He said, "Who put the arms in arms? I put arms in palms. We was hand in hand, all state. We was hand in hand, all state. Pinky speaker, thumb receiver. How we used to call make all shakes. Now it's fingers crossed over small stakes." Oh my God! It's fingers crossed over again. It's this discussion of violence. How, you know, he used to, I guess, in this little passage, you know, had someone in his life who he was friendly with and had an open communication with, and things got a bit techie, and now there's this level of tension over relatively petty things. I guess those are the small stakes.
It's like you couldn't do more to try and keep us out them handcuffs. It's like we only matter when fans is putting their hands up.
Ooh! Oh, he's speaking so many facts. So he's saying, you know, you have it all in place to not have, you know, black people disproportionately imprisoned like crazy in America, but it's only mattering when the fans are putting their hands up. We only matter when we are generating some sort of wealth or income or entertainment for you. We're, you know, I mean, the music industry is unfortunately quite exploitative, and that's maybe part of the reason why Lupe has distanced himself from the mainstream, and I can fully respect that, because it's clearly something he really, really cares about. But also, like, that added layer of what was he specifically said? It's like we only matter when fans is putting their hands up, because, you know, the idea of I guess cops asking people, specifically black people, to put their hands up. So I like that. I hate the word, but that juxtaposition of fans putting their hands up and enjoying something so like pure and innocent and free as going to a concert and seeing their favorite rapper or performer, and a black person having to put their hands up because they're in the middle of their rights being restricted, and the literal opposite of that freedom.
What we was saying to you, we was here, can't go back to before. The problem is you don't use us to write the raps anymore.
Yeah, again, another dense, powerful, and again, the critiques that he makes, or at least how I'm interpreting them, they're really nuanced, and they come from a place of understanding multiple different points of view. It's not just like tunnel vision. This is my view of the world, and that's it. It's not that, and you know, that's the kind of commentary. What's the word? Conscious hip hop I really hate, when it's just like, this is how it is, and that's it. Yeah, again, amazing song. This album's shaping up to be fucking sick. Okay, next song is Kiosk.
The quality's the highest and the price is very fair. It's honestly the nicest thing that I have ever shared. You look like the type that likes a diamond in his ear, to walk around the town and be so shiny and revered.
Already this sounds like this devious, insidious character. Kind of like how Kendrick uses the idea of Uncle Sam on To Pimp a Butterfly, where it's this personification of capitalist America coming to a young black person, specifically a performer, and like being like, oh, don't you want some of this? Don't you want some of this? I really, really care about you, but I want a piece of that talent.
If you want to show off and just bow, or your intention is the drugs, we got credentials for it all. Welcome to the middle of the mall.
Ooh.
You ain't got a budget for these nuggets.
Oh my, I love that imagery, that metaphor. He says, welcome to the middle of the mall. You are a product. You are here to look a certain way, to sell our thing, but at the end of the day, you are an employee with this one task.
Only thing that's gonna happen, you're gonna get attacked by all the blogs. But to regular people, you're gonna be sharp, and you're gonna be so attractive on the block. You ain't gotta be a criminal involved. Know how to rap, a knack for dribbling the ball.
Yeah. Speaking fucking facts. Oh my days. It kind of reminds me of that J. Cole bar on January 28th where he says, what's the price for a black man's life? I checked the toe tag, not 1 in sight. I turned the TV on, not one hero in sight, unless he dribble or he fiddle with mics.
Diamonds only worth what you are willing to pay.
Facts.
A deceptive game you are killing to play. Now I have diamonds, it's odd feeling this way. When preachers can praise AIDS, is God killing the gays? What a fucking phrase, never ceases to amaze. But when he dies from cancer, that's God's mysterious ways. Jesus saves African soul slaves.
What? This shit is dense, bruv.
I have hesitations. There, I've put it all on the table. I have my reservations.
Oh, nah. Go back.
Soul slaves.
Listen, look what he did.
Afghanistan passing out AKs. It's a rage. The diamonds sometimes are swayed while putting them to the blade. I have hesitations. There, I've put it all on the table.
Jeez, super vivid imagery. Imagery is so vivid. Beat. Again, I'm not even talking about the beat, brother. That's the mad thing when you forget that you're even listening to music because the things that this person is saying is so interesting. But yeah, again, love that. So we're halfway through the album. I've loved every single song so far. Okay, next song is Ms. Mural.
If you had to paint the gutter, which color would you choose? Said the patron to the painter. The painter said the blues. That the empty canvas said, I think I have a name. I'll call it gasoline. Pouring on the flames.
Nice. Okay, he's telling a very specific story about this painter, I guess, and this patron. I don't know what the significance of that is. I might learn that on further listens, but as of right now, I'm just going to try and take it in.
Modern than we'll call Russian roulette is in the flanks, and most will pull the trigger if the weapon's full of blanks. But when there's a pool of sharks and you step into the tank, a selection of the waste that lacks direction or a base, you lose all of the plots for the affections of a race.
Ooh.
Man does not become superior because you connect him to a cape, nor does become inferior because you connect him to an ape. I never wanted my life.
Man does not become superior because you connect him to a cape, nor does he become inferior because you connect him to the ape. The old adage that, all men are created equal, which is something that should be true in theory, but in practice, it's not the world we live in, unfortunately.
It's not really a beat, but conceptually it's a stake. Like your genitals and gender roles successfully conflate.
Facts! What the... Nah, man. I never wanted my life to be a collection of some dates and holiday my days away and intellectually sedate. Okay, that bit alone is just, 9 to 5 freaking capitalism. I never wanted my life to just be, I'm doing this 9 to 5 in this fucking boring job. It's the same thing over and over again. I'm just looking forward to the Saturday and the Sunday. I'm looking forward to the bank holiday, or in America, whatever days off you get. And intentionally sedate, as in you get home and you try your best to just forget about your own life because it's fucking miserable, and you start the cycle all over again. That's dark. But the next bit is even madder. He said, I'm a holidays away and intellectually sedate. It's not really a beef, but conceptually a steak. Like, do genitals and gender roles successfully conflate? Do genitals and gender roles successfully conflate? What a beautiful fucking bar. The answer is, of course, no. Or, well, it should be, of course, no, but unfortunately, many people don't share that view, and, it's very frustrating.
The model took its place. The painter grabbed the lighter, doused the shit in gasoline, and set it all on fire.
Wow. Fucking hell. I can't. I'd love to learn the significance of this patron motif. So conceptual as well. Again, so dense. There hasn't been a song I haven't loved, or at least liked a lot. And we're what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 6th track in. Jesus Christ. Okay, we'll go to the next song, which is Naomi.
Signs of intelligent life, mosquito nets repel Nephilis bites. Look at the night, nice, we look alike. They want to slice of your dream. Looking over macroeconomic math, counterweighting and calculating how much time that we have, then put it all in the graph. Look at all of the paths. Subaru with an Italian man saying, look at what I do for you. A nice chicken Vesuvio, being North Boston often.
The way this nigga is rhyming right now is literally like MF Doom.
My favorite part is when all of the affogatos is brought and you can put Dolce Vita chicken risotto in my coffin. It's an
You can put Dolce Vita chicken risotto in my coffin? What?
I was in Roxbury on Malcolm X block, talking that talk that got Malcolm X watched, trying to pick up where Malcolm X stopped.
Oh,
Only
keep it
game
going.
Play is a Malcolm X box. Look in the sky, see the Malcolm X ring. Malcolm X files, it's a Malcolm X thing.
Oh my days!
Malcolm X mean I return to the force in the Malcolm X wing. And scene. You know they want to slice and get dreads.
Oh, man said
Baby
and
Christ,
seen, bruv. He knew how fucking hard that was. That is one of the best verses I've heard all year. Fucking ridiculous. The whole song was mad. The whole song was mad, but that Malcolm X verse, one of the verses of the year. No doubt in my mind. And it's short as well. It's short and concise. That's the 7th song, and that's 7 for 7. Okay, next song is the title track, Drill Music in Zion. That loop is already ridiculous.
August symphonic, power of a blonic, to heal, steel, medical, bill, trill, harmonics. Cosmos economics, rock gondolas till you vomit. Bigger than a tongue and write signatures with a Thomas. Great Wall of China climber and Bonnie will correspond it.
What the fuck?
Somebody's daughter is contemplating a convent, but a man with a dollar is slobbering for her haunches. Mouth is just.
This is not normal. It's not normal to be able to write like this. It's not right.
Replace a Congress. Golden gossiping oddity through my content. Running out of water, just pondering where the pond went. World's hottest summer, or wondering if they pawned it. Desperate for the credits to come tumbling through the conflict. Yeah.
Oh! Oh, shut up. Oh my, that last section was ridiculous. Running out of water, just pondering where the pond went. Beautiful. Running out of water, just pondering where the pond went. World's hottest summer, we're wondering if they pawned it. Pawned it. Ridiculous. Desperate for the credits to come tumbling through the conflict. Because it's so absurd that it can't be real. That's how I view that. It's so, what, you know, the nature of conflicts now. I think, you know, the nature of mass conflict throughout the years has always been quite absurd. Like, if you go to the base reasons, it goes down to, you know, nationalism, religion, race, or just dominate. It's all these things that are so, at the end of the day, in my head they're so trivial, but they matter so much to so many fucking people. That's what sparks all these conflicts. And in my head, and I guess in Lupe's head as well, it's like a film. It's like it's not fucking real, because it's like, how can this be?
There. Probably calling the police, complaining about his neighbors, or just walking on the beach. Why should he have such views of the ocean and not be hanging from the gallows with his neck neatly broken? I let it soak in, then I put the soap in.
Listen. What the fuck? Collective sigh, because the real killer's still out there. Probably calling up police, complaining about his neighbors, or just walking on the beach. These fucking people that call the police on people for completely unsubstantiated reasons, they're pricks. Why should he have such views of the ocean and not be hanging from the gallows with his neck neatly broken? I guess it's that idea of like someone looking at someone and being like, you don't belong here, you're out of place. I get, it's like Get Out. It's like that feeling of Christopher going up the stairs and everyone stops what they're doing and they're like, it's that sensation in my head. That's the image I get from listening to these bars.
Neighbor is pissed, tells the cops if he wants to bathe like a sailor, live on a container ship.
Oh my god, he told the cops if he wants to bathe like a sailor, he can live on a container ship. Is that is the most beautiful but abhorrent way of saying go back to your fucking country, go back to where you came from. But he said you can live on a container ship. Oh my god. It's these restraints that people have in their ideas about what minorities and people of color can do and cannot do. And when they don't approve of your behavior or demeanor or the way you look or the way you speak or the way you dress or the way you wear your fucking hair or the jewelry you wear or anything it could be, it's just an excuse for saying, well, like you can't. It's just another form of control. It's another form of control, And it's racist. That's what it is. It's fucking racist.
Can we make a hole for all the drill music in Zion? These episodes of the soul.
Jesus Christ. I say this after every song, but that was fucking amazing. That was one of my favorites on the album. They've all been one of my favorites, but oh man, I feel like I you know, this is the first listen. I'm trying. That's why I have the lyrics up on here, because I don't want to. There's certain things I really don't want to miss. I'm just trying to take it all in as best I can. But like, genuinely, the way it's shaping up, like next week, I was planning on doing, because it's going to be effectively halfway through the year. I was going to do like a 10 albums in no particular order, albums of the year so far. This will be in there. Even if these last 2 songs are terrible, this is 10 tracks. It's been 8 songs so far, and it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, this is shaping up to be one of the best albums I've heard all year. We got to the penultimate song, which is Seattle.
I keep a secret, but I'm honest. If I ever go and leave you, Mary, I just know what time it goes.
When they try to keep you, gotta climb gates. Escape from a city that's defined by crime rate. Design traits that minimize the grind and abide on your mind states. Fine breaks. You can light a fire with a thumb swipe, but you need a lighter if you got the motion. But none of the components, then it's karaoke, and it don't really matter if it's something nice. Yeah.
Again, the way he wraps these grand ideas into these like 1 or 2 line of metaphors is fucking amazing. So like this verse is him talking about, you know, how he basically stuck to his guns. You know, like he said, I brought my knife to the gunfight. If done right, you'll be unliked, but you'll be unliked where you got to run like this, blah, blah, blah. And he ends the verse by saying, you could light a fire with a thumb swipe, but you need a lighter. If you've got the motion, but none of the components, then it's karaoke, and it doesn't really matter if it's sung nice. I guess that's that facade of, I guess, art that suggests to you that it has something important to say, or that the person making that art is actually sticking to those ideals, but it's just performative. They have the motion of lighting that fire, but they don't have the components. They don't have the lighter. They don't have the match. They don't have whatever. So you have these artists, you know, singing or maybe rapping about social change or social issues or social causes, and they don't actually put the work in. They don't, I guess, it's a convoluted way of saying they don't practice what they preach. And I think that's quite true. And, you know, from what I know of Lupe Fiasco, he is not one of those people. And I guess that's why he's made it a big thing to remove himself from most of the space of popular rap.
This school here, I feel, in our martial art adventures, we sort of like bring our history, our culture.
Jesus Christ! Do you know what I feel like I'm eating a big meal. I'm eating a big meal, and I need the time after this to have a digestive and just sit and relax and just take it in. We've got to the final song, On Faux Nem.
You were lying. Oh, rappers die too much. That's it. That's the verse.
Mad. Man said rappers die too much. That's it. That's the verse. Because there's so many ways you can write this convoluted thing, and at the end of the verse, what's the point of the verse? Rappers die too much. Man just said, cut all of that out. Rappers die too much. That's the verse. That is unfortunately true for a multitude of reasons, whether it be, you know, violence or drug related or things like that. Rappers die too much. Like it feels like, I don't know, it feels like now I'm getting older, it's happening more and more frequently. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I don't have the statistics to back that up or anything, but that's just what it feels like.
I wish that you were lying to me. Oh. Rappers get shot too much, probably has a lot more precision. But that was the decision. And with that, I'ma stick. I don't really support niggas cause the shit be making me sick. Look at what we say in this bitch just to get rich. Shoot a nigga right in the head, don't even flinch.
Look at what we say in this just to get rich. Shoot a nigga in the head and don't even flinch. I mean, you know, it's a really interesting discussion to have about not necessarily the violence in rap music, but like the portrayal of that violence and it's the way it's approached and its implications. Because I don't believe that violence is as a result of rap music. I don't believe that for a second. I don't necessarily think that that's what Lupe Fiasco is saying either. Maybe like rap's portrayal of violence desensitizes us to the violence that already exists. I think that is a cogent argument. I think that might be true. I don't know. I haven't made my mind up on that one.
I've admired many cities through the windows of hotels, and from the window of a plane, I've seen the window of a cell. The plane started to fly, the rain started to fail. All we talk about are our goddamn priors, shiny metal boxes on top of goddamn tires. Goddamn tired.
Man called cars shiny metal boxes on top of goddamn tires. This is all we talk about. I've got goosebumps again, man. It's just the imagery, the way he paints this shit is so amazing. It's so unique as well. Who thinks to describe a car like that?
If I say I didn't indulge, my pants be on goddamn fire. Cause I'm a part of the problem.
See, this is why I say he's not doing it like a preacher. He's not this guy existing outside of the problem and being like, this is what you're doing wrong. He's not doing that, because he said, I'll paraphrase, but he said, if I said I never did that, then my pants would be on goddamn fire. I'm part of the problem. He is a part of it. It's like what Kendrick says. I'm not on the outside looking in. I'm in the dead center looking around.
What's the difference between the posthumous album and the life insurance policy? To the will of the quivering meat conception. Sometimes I hide inside Kerouac for protection from the Thanksgiving where bears attacking the dressing. I wish that you would lie to me. Hope that none of that comes true. Ooh.
I've been recording for a minute, that went by like that. Drill music in Zion. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard 3 Lupe Fiasco albums. This is the 4th I've heard, and even on the first listen, this is the best I've heard. This is the best I've heard. I'm sure there are diehard Lupe Fiasco fans that might see this and be like, "How the fuck can you say that?" I genuinely believe that. That was literally 10 for 10. Literally 10 for 10. That is one of the best albums I've heard all year. It's, I guess the concept of it is like him approaching so many different forms of violence and exploitation, specifically in rap and in America, and coming at them from all these different angles and providing really insightful, detailed, poetic commentary. But also he makes it at the same time musically really interesting. It's jazzy, it's kind of psychedelic at times. There's a healthy sprinkling of boom bap elements, and like I said earlier, that's the difference between just someone just saying things to you, and it's like, okay, well, I agree with every political or social stance you've taken, but I don't find it musically engaging, so why am I going to listen to this as music? Do a podcast, do a TED talk. Do you know what I mean? You have to have the musicality with the message as well, and he's meshed those so well on this. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have any expectations going into this. Everything I've heard from Lupe, I've really enjoyed, but after a first listen, this is the best I've ever heard from him, in my opinion, as someone who isn't that well versed in Lupe Fiasco's music. Yeah, that is my thoughts on Lupe Fiasco's Drill Music in Zion. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Make sure to like, subscribe, dong the bell, and I will see you next time in Zion.